G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. You're watching Flash Like Crazy. Now, pocket carry. Right here, I have the Riva Citadel in titanium anodized. Look at those colors. I did warn you guys, you're gonna probably be seeing this as my pocket carry a lot because ever since it arrived from a friend of mine, I haven't put it down. This thing is just phenomenal. 16340 battery. Just have a look at it. And it's so comfortable. I didn't think it was going to be as comfortable as it is, but it is really, really comfortable, guys. My friend modded it with 3500K 519A emitters, H17F driver. What more could you ask for? And a milled clip there, which is just beautiful. Now, today's review is the Fenix HT18R. This is an SFT70 emitter, light, enormous smooth reflector with a very large head. This is a great hunting light, great spotlight. So let's get into it, guys. All right, so before we check the light out, let's look at the contents of the box. All right, so first up, we've got a USB-C charging cable here, USB-A one side, USB-C the other side. That's gonna charge this charging port. And let's just have a quick sneak peek at this. Okay, so it's not as deep as I would have loved. I've definitely seen deeper, but it's all right. Let's see how the rubber... Okay, so the rubber flap kind of falls in nicely, gets pressed in and still sits there. This little tab though, does look like it can get caught and ripped out, although I'm trying to rip it out and I can't, so that's pretty good. You do have to actually grab it and pull. I like that. I like that a lot. So that's pretty good. Okay. Here we have the Fenix HT18R user manual. Also included is just a pamphlet advertising some of Fenix's other offerings. This here is a warranty card. You're not going to get this unless you buy from an authorized dealer. Anyone who knows me knows that I am huge with supporting local businesses and authorized dealers. I am not a big fan of grey markets. Not at all, sir. Now, this is cool. A green and red diffuser. Love that. Now, let's see how easy it is to install these diffusers. Hopefully, they're not difficult. So, it looks as though you just whack them on. Oh, great. I think that's... Oh, look at that. That's awesome. And you'll have your little bag of goodies. So, let me guess. This will be a lanyard and some O-rings. Did I miss the O-rings? Yes, okay, lanyard and one O-ring. So one O-ring here, just pop that back in there. And a lanyard. Look, Fenix has got good lanyards. So good on them for that. I don't use lanyards, but if I was to use a lanyard, I would opt for a Fenix or Ace Beam lanyard any day of the week. It's just their quality. They've got good hardcore stoppers. So well done. And yeah, I'm not a holster guy either, so this doesn't fully worry me, but gosh, this just feels like a flimsy piece of cardboard has been sewed together with some okay feeling material, I guess, but it just doesn't scream quality, does it? It just really doesn't. Look, it'll do the job. I don't want to be too picky, but I do want to be somewhat picky. I don't know. With a light that's, $200+ you kind of would expect to get a sick holster, and this just doesn't scream sick to me. It screams thrown together, stitched together, cardboard and basic material. So they could do better. All right, so you do get a 5000 milliamp hour 21700 3.6 volt Fenix battery that will go into the tubing from the tail and button top to the head there. Close it on up. Okay, so now we can zoom in and take a look at this bad boy. So down the lens there, you have an SFT70 LED. That is a beast of an LED. And as you can see, it is embedded down the smooth reflector there. And it is an enormous reflector, so this thing's gonna just go a long way. Here we have stainless steel bezel. It is, somewhat edged and crenulated. Probably wouldn't go as far as to say strike bezel, just because I wouldn't assume that a light like this is designed to strike, but you never know. The head is large. The head has some very, very nice cutouts here. I don't know if they add to the heat sinking work that this light needs, or if they're just for looks, I don't know. But then if we move down to the neck, we do have heat sinks here. So the emitter sits about here, right? So that is why the heat sinks are here and here. They're on either side of where the emitter sits, exactly where you want them, exactly where you want them. Now, there we have a green LED, which is your battery life. So the flash means that it's like less than 75% or something. I always just have a rule, if it's green and it's constant. Okay, well that flashed before and then it didn't, that was weird. Okay, so if it's green and constant, we're good to go. If it's green and flashing, then you know that things are, things are dropping. Any color but green, just charge it. I don't buy a light and search through the user manual. Oh, green flashing stands for 17.7% and red flashing is plus 16%. It's just like, okay, when it's green, I know it's good. Any other color, I know it's not good and I need to charge it and my time is limited. Now on the body here, Fenix HT18R and the serial number. And then the body, this is the classic Fenix body that, they just adopt the whole if it ain't broke, don't fix it method, because they've utilized this body on so many of their lights, and good for them. And this tail cap, actually, this tail cap is, being used and abused, and so it should be, because it is a brilliant, brilliant tail cap. As you can see, 1 and 2 openings for a lanyard. And here you have your primary switch there, and then your mode button there. So you've got this little ramp, if I can show you this little ramp here, which makes it for very, very nice ergonomics. So if I just now zoom out and show you. So when you're holding this light, because of the little ramp on the tail there, it just makes it easy to find the switches. So, when you're holding it tight like this, then bang, your thumb falls on the primary switch and it doesn't get interrupted by the secondary switch or the mode switch. You have to actually pull back, and then you're accessing the mode switch when you feel it. All right, so from head to tail, we got about 18.5-ish, 19 centimeters all the way to the end of tail clicky. Now, look at this. Face width is 67.92 millimeters. So that is a massive friggin' head. Body width, 25.14 millimeters. Tail cap width, 28.13 millimeters. Now, I reckon this will be more than 300 grams. So what I'll do is I'll weigh it without the battery first, see if the actual light without the battery is less than 300 grams or not. So it is 254.23 grams without the battery. And then the battery is roughly 72.13 grams. So together they're about 315 odd grams, which, it is heavy. And the one thing that I genuinely feel is that a heavy light holding like a tactical light like this, I don't know, man. I don't know how good that is. I do think that if this was mounted, having the tail switch here and here is brilliant, right? You don't want a side switch if the light is mounted on a rifle, because, you're mounting it there, and then what, you want to reach all the way here to change outputs? I don't think so. I think back here is nice if it's mounted. But to hold, I'd much rather the HT18 without the R, because you just hold it like that. That's more comfortable for like bushwalking and things like that. So I guess it just depends on what you want. I did do a comparison between the HT18R and the HT18. So go check that out if you want to see them, next to each other. I would say that this light is best for being mounted, just because it's only a tail cap use light, and it is a heavy light, so it's not very comfortable to hold and search around like this when the head's very heavy weighing you down, Now, like most Fenixes, the user interface is really, really user-friendly and simple. So you switch it on with the forward clicky switch here, and I'll just show you forward clicky, meaning you can momentary. So you switch it on, constant on, and then what you do is you just cycle with the mode button. So that output there is 30 lumens, which you'll get for 42 hours. And then watch here, single click the mode button, it cycles up. So that's now 350 lumens, which you'll get for 6.5 hours. Cycle up again, that's 1,000 lumens, which you'll get for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Great, 1,000 lumens. And then that'll reach actually 670 meters. So over 2 hours of 670 meters on 1,000 lumens. Bloody brilliant, look at that. And then one more, single click, goes all the way to turbo. Turbo is obviously the highest output it has, which is 2,800 lumens. You're going to get that for an hour and 40 minutes, but it will step down, it says. So it doesn't say when, but it's got an asterisk next to it, which indicates a step down. Now, while it is on the 2,800 lumens, though, you're going to get 1,100 meters of throw and 300,000 candela. So that's a big, that's just enormous for a light like this. Really is. Almost 3,000 lumens and over 1 kilometer of throw. Bloody amazing. We will check that out at the night shots, though. Now, while I've got this on, the neck is getting quite hot here where my fingers are, where my thumb and finger is right there. So that's getting very, very, very hot. Body feels great, no dramas on the body at all. And up against the neck, not really. The heat sinks are doing their job. So it's just this area here, literally just this area is getting quite hot. Now from on, if I press and hold the mode button, it'll go into strobe. And then if I single click, it'll go into SOS. Single click, strobe, single click, SOS. So SOS is 150 lumens, which you'll get for 40 hours. So that is brilliant for a save our souls plea for help. And then strobe there is 2,600 lumens. Now, press and hold the mode button. It goes back to your output that you were in beforehand. If I turn the light off and then press the mode button from off, it goes into strobe, let go, turns off. Strobe, let go, turns off. So that's a great tactical option you've got there. Now this light will pass it did pass the 1 meter drop test, and it's IP68, 2 meters water submersible, which is pretty brillianto. And if we just check the beam profile there, so you do have some kind of cutouts here in the spill. That's due to the bezel. But look, this is just hot spot. Oh, that's very warm, and spill. There is no bleeding or anything whatsoever at this distance, because just look at that. This is going to go a long way. So let's wait no further. Let's go outside and see how this does at nighttime, and then we'll come back for some final thoughts, prices, and where to buy. See you in a sec. Alrighty, here it is. The HT18R. That's the lowest output there, and still what an output that is. Heaps of candela still. And now, next step up. Even that is super impressive. You could stay on this for hours and hours because the output's still low, but it's got heaps of candela. And that hotspot is enormous. That's the SFT70. Wow, all the way to the back fence, still on the second lowest output, sorry. Oh yeah, now we're getting somewhere. This thing's a beast, guys. And bang, holy crap. Get a load of that. Wow. That is very impressive. Oh my goodness. All right, this thing makes for a great spotter, great thrower. Look at that hot spot. Let's get out of here. See ya. Alrighty, so you will find this at lightshop.com.au right now for $270. I will link it, and I will leave a 10% discount code if you want it. Pros and cons about this light. Let's start with cons because there's not that many. One con for me is that I don't like onboard charging. that could be a real massive plus for other people. So it's a personal con for me. So maybe I'll try and leave my personal stuff out of it, but it's a personal con for me. I don't like onboard charging. Another con, which I think is a genuine con, is that if this light is used to be a handheld light, holding it like this is not very comfortable. It's very heavy, it's very top heavy. So holding it like this, which is the only way you can hold it because everything is used to operate it on the tail, then that's kind of a bit, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna get tired. Now, if this is on a rifle mounted like that, it makes it very easy because you don't have to reach all the way to the top to activate it or anything like that. You just have access to the tail cap. So it depends on how you use it. As a handheld light, I think it's a con that it only is tail cap activated. As a rifle light, I think it's brilliant. Now, of course, you could click it on, change your grip and do that. That's not a problem, but it is a bit more annoying. That's all. Apart from that, guys, there's no real cons. This light is brilliant. You saw in the night shots, what the heckamundo was that? This thing just pumps, man. It goes and goes and goes and goes. So very, very useful light, very brilliant light. Fenix, they do stand up to the test of time as well. They are really durable lights. So if you're in the market for a hunting light, a spotlight, if you've got a bit of a proppy and you just want to see a long, long way, check out the Fenix HT18R, guys. It's a pretty good choice. Solid choice. All right, thanks very much for watching. Until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.